What's up, guys? It's time for the new tier list in All-Star Tower Defense X, featuring the new update 4 units. I know I'm a little bit late, but I wanted to wait for the official tier list to drop because there's just so many units and they keep nerfing and buffing them. For example, apparently Kurama is even bugged. And of course, guys, watch my next video. Let's just say they gutted Toji, man. It's pretty bad. Yikes. So let's go take a look at the tier list, and I'll give you guys my opinions as well. So shout out to the official tier list team. All right. Also, guys, don't forget we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. We're very close. If you guys want to be a part of the 1 million Robux giveaway for 1 million subscribers, make sure you guys subscribe and like the video. All right, first up we have the support units. Now, this guy is the only money guy. He's going to be a must-have no matter what you do. Blackbeard is the only slow unit in the game. This guy is a cheat code. You got to get him. Esdeath is going to be a TSer. She is the best TSer in the game, and her DPS is also pretty decent. I have All-Star on her, and you guys can kind of see pretty decent DPS. Not quite as much as Toji's, but still pretty decent DPS, along with all of the support capabilities. Now, these guys are all buff units. Now, it depends on what element you guys have to which one you guys want to use. So, some buff elements more than others. King Kai has a nice kind of like final stand ability where he buffs damage and then nerfs you later, but it's a pretty nice buff. All right, Killua is going to be a stun unit, full AoE with a cap of 35 units per hit. Rukia is going to be a nice freeze unit. This guy does a lot of support things in one, so he's kind of cool. This is like a budget TS, and she's like a pretty decent bleeder. There's also some other bleed units in the game like Igris you might want to check out. So those are pretty cool. All right, next up we have the C tier. Now these are like the worst 5 stars in the game. Okay, this unit should not be here, guys. I do not believe this at all. This unit can get some of the most crazy DPS. So do not believe this tier list. This unit is not that bad. Okay, the rest of them, yeah, I'd probably skip. All right, B tier. Okay, I don't know if I like this either. This guy is a pretty decent shield breaker. He has some potential, but I guess I kind of get it. I wouldn't use him a whole lot. The rest of them, I don't know if I would use a whole lot either. This guy does have bleed, which is kind of nice. Frieren has a nice AoE, but there's just better units now. Sung Jinwoo also has bleed, which is kind of useful, kind of a little bit of a support, but I can see B tier for them. All right, A tier, yeah, I can kind of see it. A lot of these units just have higher DPSs. For example, Enel just has crazy DPS, and compared to literally everybody else in the game, so I can kind of see it. Now this guy's pretty cool because he has multi-ability, which is pretty nice. The rest of them are also okay. She's pretty good. Masochist, Saber, not bad. All right, meta late DPS. If you guys don't know, Toby's pretty good. I actually just did a video on Toby. Let me see if I can show you that video real quick. I think that was my last video, right? Yeah, this free unit is insanely OP. You get him from tower mode. And the final DPS was actually pretty wild. 29.4k final DPS. Now, you guys can compare that to Toji, which I have Toji right here. Toji's doing 27.2k. So better than Toji DPS wise, which is very freaking good. So highly recommended. Now I personally like Tony Stark better because of his AoE. So I personally would put Tony Stark up over here. He's kind of goated. Now Kurama is full AoE, which is very nice as well, and also has hybrid options too. So I really much like Kurama. Now this guy I don't really like that much, kind of low DPS, but it's not the end of the world. Kokoshibu is pretty good, but again, they're kind of falling off DPS wise. They did make all of these units very easy to get comparatively, except for Kokoshibu, but they did add pity for him, so that's kind of nice. He also, yeah, he's pretty good still though. This guy has those cool traps, and yeah, Esdeath has a pretty decent DPS as well as freeze, so that's pretty good. Definitely good for meta late game DPS. Meta early game DPS, Kurama's pretty nice. I actually do have Kurama. You guys can kind of see. You guys, nice cone AoE and high DPS as well, so hard to complain. And this is the unascended version as well, so I can see why a lot of love. Killua, I also bring that one with me too. You guys can kind of the same thing, high DPS, and it's also going to give you a shock as well, which is pretty nice. Hard to complain with that. Ace is going to be a nice shield break. Tony Stark has super good DPS. I cannot recommend this guy enough. I personally would put him way higher on the list, but he does not hit airs, which is kind of an Achilles heel. He's okay. Ulquiorra is okay. Toji, I do not recommend, man. I do not like Toji at all anymore. Obito is not too bad. This guy's a really nice AoE. That's what makes him special. All right, so there's the end of our infinite mode run. 40 without trying. All right, next up we have meta for infinite mode. So I will go through each of these ones, what they're good for. She has infinite range, which is really nice. We already went through these two, freeze and good DPS, and then just straight up good DPS. Kurama has full AoE, guys, which is very much a must-have. Toji, decent DPS. I don't really like Toji after the nerf. I'm gonna have a dedicated video dropping on that soon. I personally would say Tony Stark is really, really good. I like Tony Stark a lot. Kokoshibu's also pretty good. I don't really use Ulquiorra that much. Frieza's also pretty good as well. Oh wait, that's not even Frieza. Frieza's also really good as well. I highly recommend Frieza. Crollo is only good for regens. And Broly's okay with the rage, but honestly, Frieza's really good. I recommend checking him out. Benimaru has only okay damage. But I would say overall, I probably would give the edge to this guy, and then Kurama if you guys want the full AoE. So those are my go-to units. So there you go, guys. That's the new tier list in ASTDX. Comment down below what you think.